You're watching CBS7 News at 9 on the CW and live on the CBS7 YouTube channel with Alexandra, Macia, and Tom Teeperteller.
I can full-heartedly say those are my family. All of them are my family. Like, I would go to Thanksgiving with them if, at the end of the day.
Coming up on CBS7 News at 9. Communities and Schools is working to prevent dropouts across Midland and Ector County ISD. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for CBS7 News on the CW, and thanks for joining us live on the CBS7 YouTube. I'm Alexandra, Macia. The new Odessa city manager is officially on the job. The former Texas GOP John Beckmeyer was unanimously selected as the new city manager by Odessa City Council in June. Right now, he's on a 10-day tour of meeting all 861 members of his new Odessa team. He began the job on August 10th, and his $238,000 contract was approved by council last month. He made his first remarks as a city manager to media this afternoon.
One of my primary jobs, if not my primary job, is being able to articulate a vision of success that will highlight what we have going for us and to get people excited about it.
Beckmeyer says he has managed an Odessa software company since 2017 and has always liked the area. He's lived all over the country but was born in West Texas and feels it's his home. A public meet and greet for him will be held on August 21st.
Why Odessa? Odessa's a great town. It's a city and it has so many possibilities. I believe I can help it succeed.
While some Odessans and city officials have questioned his qualifications, he says his varied experience, ranging from running the state Republican Party to an Odessa software company, will translate to the position. And tracking crime, Midland police found 17-year-old Morgan Osborne dead with a single gunshot wound after 4 p.m. yesterday. Police determined 2 teenage boys ran from the scene with the gun involved in the shooting. The suspects were identified and later arrested for tampering with evidence. MISD released a statement this morning as the victim was a student. A Legacy High School student had passed away Tuesday in what Midland police believed to be a homicide. The incident happened in the afternoon away from any MISD campus or property. Midland police are actively investigating. MISD offers sincere condolences to friends and family of the victim. Counselors are available at the LHS campus for any student or staff member who may need assistance during this time. And one man has been arrested in Midland County for 2 felony charges involving child pornography. This man, Oscar Robert Natividad Jr., was arrested for possession or promotion of child pornography, a second-degree felony, and possession or promotion of child pornography, a third-degree felony. This arrest was a result of a joint operation with the Midland County Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and Internet Crimes Against Children. Across West Texas now, the chief of the Monahans Volunteer Fire Department confirmed that crews spent the night battling a fire that started as a pipeline rupture. Here are some photos from the Monahans Volunteer Fire Department. Officials say that the pipeline rupture was discovered at around 2:30 a.m. today. Ward, Pecos, and Reeves County officials battled the fire, which spread to grass and brush nearby. The Wickett and Pyote Volunteer Fire Departments also responded to this incident. And the company whose pipe caught fire released a statement saying in part, quote, "The site has been secured and this section of the pipeline system has been isolated. Any residual gas has either burned off or dissipated, and there is currently no threat to public safety." Now you're looking at a fire on top of the Burger King off Midkiff near Loop 250. We got these pictures from a viewer around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and many of you may have seen it. The city of Midland did confirm firefighters responded to a fire there that may have started on the roof, but there's no word yet on injuries or cause, and we will keep you updated as we get information. Also in Midland, there was a water main break earlier today, stopping traffic in the area. The city of Midland is working on the intersection of North Big Spring Street and West Cuthbert Avenue. For most of the day, the eastbound lanes of West Cuthbert Ave were closed, but just recently the city opened one of the lanes back up. If you plan to drive through the area, please be careful and watch out for the water. City officials say that no water has been shut off and they do not expect any related water issues to happen, but we will of course keep you updated on the situation and what else the breakage may affect. And it's time to take a look at weather. Chief Meteorologist Tom Teefer is here to tell us what we can expect. Tom?
Well, we are going to be looking at more heat in our forecast. Triple digits on the way once again, and those dreaded 105s. Well, they're back in our forecast. As we take a look at high temperatures today, we saw the triple digits come back. Unfortunately, 101 out at the International Air and Spaceport, 103 out towards Pecos and Wink. As we take a look at the tall city skyline right now, city of Midland, where temperatures are now into the mid-90s. So it's still on the warm side out there, but most areas escaping the triple digits. And there's not too much breeze out of the southeast, so the return of the southerly winds is what did it for us in the way of those triple digits. And guess what? They're coming back in a big way. 105 plus expected coming up tomorrow into Friday and keeping the triple digits in the weekend forecast. But next week, though, maybe a little bit different story with some changes that we'll talk about here in a few minutes.
Thanks, Tom. In your education news, Communities in Schools, a program focused on dropout prevention, is expanding across MISD and ECISD. Permian is just one of the schools across the two districts offering the program that offers assistance to students in need.
There's not a lot of stuff that I have in life. I'm an orphan, so she's just been the backbone, and Communities in Schools together has been the backbone of my life.
Communities in Schools of the Permian Basin giving additional support to students like Permian High School senior Jenna Bush to help them graduate is expanding throughout MISD and ECISD.
I can 100% say if it wasn't for Communities in Schools, I wouldn't have graduated.
9 new campus coordinator positions were created on 7 new campuses, increasing case management services for an additional 800 students.
They know I'm going to be checking their attendance, I'm going to be checking their tardies, but on top of that, we also offer a support system. We're checking in on them daily. Hey, what do you need? This is their safe haven. They know we are here, we're their advocates, we are here for them.
Their main goal is ensuring students have all the tools they need to get to school every day and succeed.
They could come in not knowing where they're going to grab a meal that day or, get a pair of pants or shoes, but then they walk out with much more than that. They walk out with a plan.
With the expansion, CIS-PB will now be able to manage close to 3,000 students in total.
It's got me shelter, it's got me food, emotional support, so just stuff you need on a daily basis.
The expansion was needed due to high student enrollments.
A great need here at Permian. We have this year we're projecting 4,200 students. So if you look at that in the grand scheme of things, there is a huge need for these students.
Bush says she is appreciative of the program as the coordinators have become family to her. She encourages other students in need of assistance to become involved as well. And last night, the Ector County ISD Board of Trustees unanimously called for a November bond election. The elections will be in the form of 3 propositions for a total of $436,109,000 and will not require an increase in the district's total tax rate. Proposition A will include new school buildings, district-wide maintenance, new school buses, fine arts, renovations, improvements to athletic facilities, and more. Proposition B features improvements to Ratliff Stadium, and Proposition C would allow the district to build a new indoor practice facility for Odessa High and replace the turf in Permian's current indoor practice facility. For more details on this bond, you can visit our website at CBS7.com. And take a look at this. If you want to build your own business and live in the Midland-Odessa area, this conference may be for you. Founders Blend is a monthly meeting where business owners, entrepreneurs, investors can meet and possibly develop a partnership. This event began in April, and the organizers say it gets bigger every month. 2 speakers are invited for each meeting to talk about their businesses and answer questions. This is something the organizers say benefits the community and the future entrepreneurs.
This was something we needed just to try to build the entrepreneurial community. I mean, we have a very kind of vibrant entrepreneurial spirit here in Midland, and really wanted to try and create some community to go along with that.
Shed also says the goal of these meetings is for people to find mentors or for mentors to find someone they can help out with their businesses. Now for a look at today's top headlines shown here in real time with real viewers on CBS7.com. See all these stories and more by downloading our app or visiting our website at CBS7.com. And still ahead, when caffeine is overconsumed, it can cause some major side effects. When we come back, we talk about what those side effects are and how much caffeine you should be consuming a day. Everyone needs adequate sleep to function mentally and physically at their best. But without a good night's rest, college students are more likely to rely on caffeine and other substances to get them through the day. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, the average adult needs at least 7 hours of sleep a night, while research shows that college students only get about 6 hours of sleep a night, which can affect a student's ability to do well in class.
Sleep deprivation is associated with mood changes. It's associated with decreased attention, decreased ability to concentrate, and sadly, it can even affect the student's GPA.
A moderate amount of caffeine can be helpful to stay alert and focused, but when overconsumed, it can cause side effects like chest pain, heart palpitations, and anxiety, which begs the question, how much caffeine is okay? The FDA reports that 400 milligrams should be the maximum amount of caffeine a person has every day, and that's the equivalent of 4 cups of coffee.
Sounds about right, okay, at my house, half a pot of coffee, give or take. Anyway, as we take a look at weather, well, we need something ice to get through the next few days as the triple digits are back. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Now, from the CBS7 First Alert Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Teepertiller.
Well, the thunder showers have ended for today. We had those across parts of the Edwards Plateau, really just window dressing across West Texas. Really didn't do too much for the Permian Basin or West Texas in the way of cooling us off, so everything's winding down. For tonight, those temperatures, we're still into the mid-90s out there, so back to the same old we've been dealing with. A little cooler in the mountain areas, but 90 degrees right now in Fort Davis. That's not very comfortable, but 87 in Alpine. So again, we're starting to see a little bit of improvement with the temperatures. Now, high pressure has kind of moved back across the southwest U.S. for the time being. That's what allowed that front to roll in across the area on Monday that dropped temperatures by about 10 degrees or so. Well, this high pressure is starting to creep back in. We saw the first part of it today with those temperatures in the triple digits. And as it moves back across the next couple of days, here comes the heat for the rest of the week and into the weekend, looking at 105 plus at least through Friday. Then next week, our attention is going to turn to the Gulf of Mexico. There's going to be a little disturbance rolling across, so some of that tropical moisture may come into play middle part of next week for West Texas. Definitely something we'll be watching, hoping for a little added moisture, milder temperatures, even some showers, thunder showers, but right now the rain chances are looking slim. We had a little activity, though, here across portions of deep South Texas where that front is kind of slumped down a little bit, starting to dissipate. Did see some showers, thunder showers there. Temperatures across the state of Texas. Again, it was hot, and we're still at 101 in and around Del Rio. Hoping for some rain. The West Texas Futurecast, well, it's going to be a quiet overnight with some warm temperatures. And then tomorrow, we still have what's left of that front hanging around. So we can't rule out an isolated shower, thunder shower across the area, even into the Permian Basin. But I think they'll be very isolated. Most areas will be dry once again, just rather hot. So for the rest of tonight, only dropping down into the upper 70s on the overnight low. Tomorrow about 105. We'll see if that's enough to pop a shower, thunder shower in our forecast. But right now, rain chances less than 10%. It looks like we might see them pick up a little bit though after the weekend and after the heat. Again, as some of that tropical moisture moves in. So that's going to be our next hope for a change in our weather pattern coming up middle to latter part of next week.
If you're a fan of Midland Holy Cross and the Marfa Shorthorns, stick around. We've got those pigskin previews next.
Now, sports with Jair Brooks Davis from the Ford Sports Desk.
We continue our CBS7 Pigskin preview, and it's another day of M&M, as it's the Midland Holy Cross Crusaders and the Marfa Shorthorns. Midland Holy Cross joined TAPS last season, and they look to make a big jump this season in pursuit of playoffs. The Holy Cross Crusaders return in 2023 for their second season in six-man TAPS Division III.
Of course, you know, having that experience last year and then being in the district for the first time and actually, you know, getting a feel of what that was going to be like last year really helps us. So now we're in the same district, we have the same opponents, so we actually have, you know, more knowledge of what it feels like and what we can expect in district.
The transition to TAPS, I think our first year was went very well. Our players did very good. We did what we were supposed to do.
You know, playing a full season really gave us experience. And now coming back for the second year, we have a lot of players coming back.
And who should Crusader fans expect to watch on offense?
Jude Mendez and Ben Bowman. Jude, he's very fast, he's quick with his feet, and he just does very well when running the ball. And Ben Bowman, if it's a throw, even if it's maybe a missed throw, he's always there and catching the ball.
Quarterback Ethan Bollinger is optimistic about what his weapons could provide.
From our offense this year, I feel like we have a lot more speed compared from last year. We got the more endurance, and so we'll be able to beat the defensive people when running.
And speaking of defense, the Crusaders are excited about their potential.
They'll flow well. I have size, I have speed, and I have height. So, like I said, this year's team just is a lot more universal than we had last year. So very excited to see what our defense is going to do this year.
Now we will take it to another M within West Texas, and that's Marfa, Texas. CBS7 Sports Director Jacob Brandenburg visited yesterday and caught up with the Shorthorns. He has more on them.
Last year was tough for the Marfa Shorthorns. They won only one game.
You know, we're losing every game. I mean, it was pretty tough for us to just lose and lose, but it's going to be different this year.
It definitely gives you motivation for the next year to do better.
Edgar Ramirez takes over as head football coach, but this is actually his sixth season in Marfa.
Coaching these guys in basketball, in track, I mean, I'm excited for the new opportunity, you know, to get this program where it needs to be.
Oh, it's great. So it's great. He pushes us to the limits. Really good coach.
The Shorthorns lost only one senior and get the injection of a promising freshman class.
It feels good. Very confident in this year. We got everybody back.
Our freshmen that came up, they're really good. We have a really good freshman this year.
You know, Aiden Alvarez, remember the name, that kid is going to be special. Him, Asael, Zubia, they can play, they can hit, you know, and they're excited to play their first year in varsity.
Ramirez knows this team has to put up points.
Man, if it was up to me, man, I would throw it every time, you know, but I feel our strength is in the trenches, in the O-line. So we'll be running the ball a lot, you know, but hopefully we can throw a pass in there every once in a while.
It's been almost 10 years since Marfa made the playoffs.
Goal is winning that district championship. And why not more, you know?
We hold each other accountable, not only the coaches, but the players, the community, and I think that's going to take us to the next level, which is the playoffs.
And that will do it for now in sports. We still have more to show on the Pigskin previews, including Permian High School. But that will have to wait. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. We've got more to come after the break.
Still ahead, if you're a fan of beer or a fan of Pecos cantaloupes, then Tall City Brewery might be the place for you. The details of a new beer release next on CBS7 News at 9. Tall City Brewing Company has announced a new beer with some local ties. The Monduhano Brothers farm out in Pecos is home of the world-famous Pecos cantaloupe. And now Tall City is home of the Viva Agua Fresca Pecos cantaloupe. The brewing company visited the local farm last week, and their new Pecos cantaloupe beer is set to release this weekend. The release will be an all-day event with live music and, of course, beer. So if you're interested in learning more about the Monduhano Brothers, CBS7's Noe Ortega did a story about the famous cantaloupe farm a few weeks ago, and you can read the full story on our website at CBS7.com. Tom, I would try this beer.
Yeah, it'd probably become a local favorite that everybody will enjoy here, late summer, early fall flavors, so good for them.
It seems like the perfect time. It's a perfect season for this.
That's right. Yes, this is the time, and you probably need something to help cool you off a little bit. Maybe if you're out and about, you know, something iced, because we are going to be looking at those triple digits, 105 plus, coming up on Thursday and Friday, and staying hot this weekend.
All right, well, thanks for watching CBS 7 First Alert News at 9 on the CW. We have more news coming up tonight on CBS 7 News at 10. Hopefully y'all can stay cool the rest of this week. We're sure going to be trying to do the same. Thanks for joining us.